Dustin Poirier believes he's a win away from another title shot if he puts on a good performance over Benoit Saint-Denis.
What does a win do for you on Saturday? Where does this put you in the division if you knock down this younger guy? Where does it put you in the title shot picture and everything like that?
I think a lot of that depends how I win. If it's a big finish or something like that, I believe I'm a win away from a title shot with a great performance. But it rights the ship. It gets me back in the win column, and we take it from there. I try not to look too far past these fights because Saturday isn't here yet. We got to go out there and do the damn thing. And then Sunday, that's when we reassess and see really where we're at and what's next.
Chito Vera responds to Aljamain Sterling claiming that he heard Chito had a bad camp. Chito has some harsh words for Aljo.
Michael Bisping on his podcast said he had heard that you had a bad camp, in his words, and your coach kind of or Aljo said it or so whatever, and then...
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, he's so f***ing hungry for attention. He never got attention in the UFC. He became a world champion. He defended. He got booed in fucking Jersey against fucking Cejudo. Who gets booed against Cejudo? Holy shit, people fucking hate you. Now you're becoming a YouTuber because fighting career probably is not going well. I don't want to knock down on anybody because I want to focus on my fight and keep my karma in the right direction. But, I mean, he hurt. We have a private gym. There's no janitor in our gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have people. It's the same 3 people year round. But Saturday night, you guys will see how bad my camp was. And I'm a guy that in 3 fights in the UFC, 22 fights in the UFC, has never come with an excuse. Like most of these fighters, they always have something to complain. Oh, this and that happened. Oh, I'm going through this. Oh, I didn't have this. I have never said anything. So that should tell you something about me. And all you, fuck off, dude. You have a fight ahead. Focus on your life. You're a fucking loser, dude.
Robert Whittaker believes the UFC is just waiting for Dustin Poirier to fall down the rankings or quote-unquote slide. Rob says that Dustin just refuses to do so and stays at the top of his game.
The thing with MMA, especially in the competitive scene, is you keep fighting until you better and better and better and better people until you're either the best or you lose. Yeah. But you don't start back down at zero. It's not like you can't create a new character, dude, and fresh wipe your slate clean. Yeah, man, you're still up there. Yeah. Even if you're having a rocky patch, even if you've lost yourself a little bit, you're still fighting 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then all of these young, hungry dudes coming up and replacing the top 12, the top 10, into the 5, and it's it's a strange thing, and I think the community, it's like they see Dustin as just a guy who's staying. His staying power at the top of that game is so long that they're waiting for him to slide. But mate, he's not sliding. There's a lot of these guys. There's not many of them that don't slide. We'd have to say him, Gaethje, people like Holloway, top of the game, aren't going anywhere, dude. No. Yeah, and I feel like they're just waiting for him to slide off, but he's not doing it. No. I understand the hype with Benoit, jumping, crushing his way up into that fight. I am worried that head kick Dustin received last fight was mean, dude. Dustin's he's got a head on him, and that was a mean kick. Yeah. But if anyone's going to shake it off, I'm sure it'll be him, right?
Chael Sonnen was locked in his hotel room with security after a threat from Jorge Masvidal.
I am at a separate location than everybody else with 2 security guards because I have been threatened by Jorge Masvidal. I went into the tough guy business very early so that I would never have to worry about the very situation that I find myself in right now. I don't think that Jorge Masvidal would do anything. I don't think. I'm not positive. There's a part of me that also knows he would. I don't know why he's bothered with me. It's a very hard thing to imagine. Could you imagine not liking Chael?
Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso will be the coaches for the next season of The Ultimate Fighter.
What's up, everybody? We have just confirmed the coaches for season 32 of The Ultimate Fighter, and it will be UFC Women's Flyweight Champion Alexa Grasso and former champion Valentina Shevchenko. Grasso became the first Mexican UFC Women's Champ after defeating Shevchenko, and their last fight resulted in a draw. Before the last 2 fights, Valentina had successfully defended the belt 7 times. This show will premiere on June 4th on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. I don't have to tell you, these are 2 of the most bad women on the planet, and this should be a very fun season.
The boxing match between Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua just went down. Anthony knocked Francis out cold in the second round. Kamaru Usman reacted saying, still the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Ryan Garcia reacted saying, let this be a big warning to MMA fighters. Stop coming to boxing, it will only get worse. It's more even if we just go to your sport. Over. 1 punch. Sending healing prayers to Francis. Your bravery and guts should be commendable. Congratulations, Anthony Joshua. Derek Brunson says, imagine what Anthony Joshua would do to Tyson Fury. Sadiq Youssef says Francis won life 2 contracts ago. Brian Kelleher says Drake did it again, referring to Drake betting $600,000 on Francis. BJ Penn says a masterful performance from Anthony Joshua. Rampage Jackson reacted saying at least Francis made 20 mil. Dan Hardy says, man, hell of a performance. Fair play. Levels for sure. Aljamain Sterling reacted saying that sucked to see. Damn. Dylan Dana says I represented MMA better than Francis Ngannou. Jimmy Manawa says for f***'s sake, that's a bad KO. Adrian Yanez says Anthony Joshua hits so damn hard. Kenny Florian reacted saying those are 3 of some of the hardest right hands I've seen land in combat sports, and they all landed in 1 fight against Ngannou. My goodness, Anthony Joshua made it look easy tonight. Good to see Francis back on his feet after that. And Demetrius Johnson says, holy shit, that was nasty.
I thought it was something for the broadcasters and sponsors to kind of get behind because it's just about entertainment. But when I saw the fight with him and Tyson Fury, I was like, damn, this guy can fight. So I said, I need a piece of that. And as I said, he's an inspiration. So we wanted to welcome him. We broke bread together. And he's a great champion. And this doesn't take away anything of his capabilities, because in boxing is one or the other, right? He can come again. Do you think Francis can come again? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he can come again. I told him he shouldn't leave boxing.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Yusuf. It says, Mike Tyson is nearly 60 years old, still too young for Jake. I think Jake should fight Joe Biden first, and then 2 years later fight Mike Tyson. The second one's from the Matic. It says, Jake's gonna go back in time a few years into Ali's Parkinson's diagnosis and fight him next. There's no bottom to Jake's shame. And the final one's from Radiant Cub. It's in reference to Francis Ngannou warning Tyson Fury to stay away from him unless it's in a boxing ring. It says, I beat you every day, twice on Sunday. It's funny AF. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.